This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
Oh, welcome. I have my cards here. I'm going to lay them out on the table for each one of you.
Okay.
Jacob, the money card. I see fame and fortune in your future.
Baconsale's finally paid off.
Kent, the romance card.
Woohoo!
You're going to find love this year, my friend.
Uh-oh.
And for me, I got the cheesy intro card.
Yay! Accurate.
Welcome to Make Something Up, Joel.
I'm Kent.
And Jacob.
And welcome to...
You can't stop doing the voice, can you? And
welcome to episode 2 of season 4 of Baconsale, and we are excited to be here.
That's a lot of numbers.
Did we say what episode number now?
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's
That's
not
a new thing.
confuse people. Let's,
Well, it has it listed up on the
thing.
big billboard over there on the new wall, so
Right.
just I could tell.
The LED light's right behind you.
With
Do you
the
not
big-
see that?
the
Oh,
big
well, no,
time
it's
on it.
behind me. I can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Well, swivel
How
around
it
in your
work?
swivel chair. You got a big captain chair there.
All right, hold on.
I'm actually sitting on a saddle. Like they had an Arctic Circle. I bought one of those, and I just made a saddle here.
Yeah.
This is kind of This is fun.
Your saddle sucks.
But thank you, everyone, who listened to last episode about the movies that we loved and hated in 2017.
Indeed.
Some of you shared your lists, and you made Kent a very, very happy man.
I know, seriously. Like everyone, even people that like to rattle my chains, I guess, they say, yeah, you're pretty much right. Dunkirk is the best movie ever. And I was like, thanks, enemies.
One of my favorite things, actually, was when Abe Yosby
Yeah.
wrote and said that I needed to watch a certain movie this year and that it would definitely make my top 10 list of 2018. And I said, how definite are you? He's like, oh, yeah, totally definite. And I said, if it doesn't make my list, then you owe me half your Twitter followers.
But he's still very confident
And he
that
said,
it will work out.
oh, it'll make it. Deal.
Okay.
You're on, Abe.
Did he say best of or worst of list, though?
Oh,
Best of. He thought it was going to make the best of.
We'll see.
So we shall see. Also, we got a new iTunes review. We do enjoy your iTunes reviews.
We love the praise.
We do love reading these, even if we don't make it on the air. So don't feel so conscious. We love you all, listener. But this one's from TH Myers 95. And it says a lot. In fact, you want to read the whole thing, just go to the iTunes reviews. And
While you're
there,
writing your own.
read the review. Yeah, write a review.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But it said, he called this educational,
What?
which was funny to me. He
Why?
said, it's educational. I don't know how many times I've been in a class and the plethora of wisdom I have gained from Baconsale shines through. If you want your life to be brighter and better, choose an episode and become one of the listeners.
Look, that's no joke as far as pop culture knowledge goes. I mean,
We are educational?
yeah, no, you guys
Should I
have
What
list
if we
that?
actually taught people
You
that
guys
Will
have
Smith
this-
once auditioned for Neo in The Matrix? I mean, like, that's the extent.
He turned it down.
I think we learned a lot about Oscar buzz last time, too.
Oh,
So-
that's true.
Yeah. No, I mean, it makes you like pop culture like savvy, and then you can be like all cool and impress your friends.
You want
by
to hear
listening
something pretty
Baconsale.
pathetic?
I'm
so
ready.
I do a lot of research.
You listen to Baconsale too?
Oh, you do?
I do a lot of research for these shows. And sometimes I just kind of put it in my short-term memory.
Yeah.
And just for the show, and then it leaves as soon as it's gone. I've taught myself things on the show before where I'm listening to it and I'm like, what? I don't remember saying that. That must be true. I look it up. That is true. Will Smith did trend up
You
radio.
fact check yourself.
No, it's more
You're
just
like,
like
hold on.
as it comes up, I'm like, what? Really? I guess I do have that research right there.
I'm checking that Joel guy out. This is
Yeah.
a fact. I can't believe this.
Well, I BS my way through most of the show, so.
The other times where I listen, I'm like, what's that director's name? And I'm screaming, listening, Kent, you idiot. It's right. I know the name and you don't
Yeah.
know it.
Or last show when I said Marvel and I meant DC.
Oh,
it
yeah.
hurt when I said it. I was like, oh, there
I almost
it
cut
is.
it out of the show to protect you, but I thought, nah.
We're real. we're raw and we're real.
Ooh, I like that.
But,
That's our new tagline.
Thank you, Tate
Bacon, raw,
Myers
and real.
95 for that review, and thank you for giving us plural listeners. That's always nice to think about, that there's more than one person
confusing.
listening to the show.
Okay.
But what are we talking about today, Jacob?
Indeed.
Well, today, as you said, we're going to peer into the future.
That wasn't even planned. High five.
I was going for that little, was it like a therilium? I can't remember the name of the sci-fi instrument.
I
It's
was
that
trying to
weird
be a
one.
ghost.
Ghost from the future?
Yeah. Yes.
This is
We're
actually-
all going to die someday, Joel.
This is actually a pretty fun show. We're going to predict things that happen in 2018.
And we've done these for the last couple of years, and it's fun to look
Yeah.
back on our predictions, too.
It is. That's honestly maybe the best part, is just to see,
How wrong we were.
dude, and you guys were just listening to last year's.
Theremin. That's the name of it. It's a theremin. Look it up.
Oh,
It's
I took
awesome.
that for my flu.
Did
Yeah.
you guys nail anything like last year, your predictions, just from listening?
Close.
We'll get
Really
to that.
close.
We'll get to that when we talk about the predictions. We'll bring up what we brought up last time. But we have some categories here. Jacob's going to go through
A whole pile of 'em.
We are going to start off with a little recap, right?
Recap of 2017.
And these are ones that we because we try to mix it up. We don't want to do the same categories every time.
Right, because some things aren't as relevant
So we're
or
going to talk
fun.
about the ones that we're not going to do.
These are the ones that we're not going to make a new guest for. So here's some ones we did last year, Jake, if you want to run through those.
All right. So last year that we're no longer doing, the celeb that Trump has a Twitter war with.
Which was everybody,
Pretty much.
except for my pick,
And who'd you pick?
Beyonce.
That's right. There was nothing there.
And his was like, you were better when you were Destiny's Child. You're always living in the shadow of Kelly Rowland. Sad. And he didn't do it. Really disappointed.
Sad.
Which mine actually was Oprah.
Oh, that will be
And it was
happening
very-
in
it was
about
very,
3
very
years.
close.
Yeah, that's coming now.
So I was kind of like, I'll
That's
count
2018. Yeah.
that. Yeah. I was just a little ahead of the time.
Just a little. Next is which celeb will decide to run for public office?
It's funny. We had a little political last time, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
why do we do that? It's not even fun.
I said Alec
It's
Baldwin.
because there's a pop culture side of it, too.
okay.
Yeah.
I said Alec Baldwin, and
He's too much
no,
of a perv,
I
I
said
think.
it's too much.
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time.
He's married to like a 26-year-old yoga instructor.
But I want to bring up Kent.
I don't, because I don't want to say your name on the show
no,
anymore.
but go ahead and say you can say what you said.
It's Lena Dunham.
Yes, it was. But that wasn't the part I wanted to bring up. It was after that. Do you remember what you said after that?
No.
You said, I think Jacob maybe or someone brought up Taylor Swift, and Kent said, no. She would take a dark turn before ever going into office. And then I said, oh, yeah, she's going to become like Robin Daggers.
Oh, yeah, I
and
remember
then
that.
she did take a dark turn. The old Taylor is dead.
She can no longer
Look what
shake
you
it off.
made her do.
Oh, no. Is a blank space. Is that a song?
That's a better song than
Okay.
newer stuff.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. She's dark now. It's no
so
fun.
neither one of us got very close on that one.
Thank goodness. I'm actually happy with that.
We're also going to let go of video game or tech that we're excited for.
I was 100% wrong here because, like I mentioned, games I wanted to like Final Fantasy VII, which is probably not going to come out for 2 years. The thing I wanted to fail because I thought it would be really fun to throw in a little mix here. I said I wanted the Nintendo Switch to bomb. I wanted it to fail. Look what's behind me right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right there. Next to the consoles. He has various consoles over there and a giant screen TV.
I know, isn't that amazing?
He doesn't let us touch.
Please don't.
But I actually said the Nintendo Switch is one I was excited for, and I've never played it. I haven't played it at all. Kent won't let me touch that
Because
one.
Kim won't let you.
Please
yeah.
don't.
Obviously. And the
then
next
finally?
one is the last one, celebrity that will have a breakdown.
So we did that one for 2 years, and I think we felt that we were too mean. Is that why we cut it for this year?
It was becoming redundant, I
because
guess.
a lot were
Well, 'cause
having
that's-
breakdowns.
that's
Because
not-
there's a lot. There's
that's not
different
grabbing
things
the
going
headlines
on
anymore. Yeah.
It's not about breakdowns anymore, which we're going to address.
It's a lot
that.
about blame instead of breakdowns.
And I said Angelina Jolie, which didn't happen. She's still doing.
Did you even
strong.
hear her name once this last year?
No,
Not really.
She's
Right.
fallen off the radar.
Which, good for her.
And maybe, and that's what she wants. Then more power to her.
I would say I was about, 54% correct on my pick. I said Johnny Depp. And so
That's pretty true.
he
Yeah.
started the year, and, there's a lot of...
Remember how we said his breakdown would be the opposite, where he'd start acting normal?
And that's the thing. I said he was going to have a normal breakdown where he's going to stop being like,
Stop wearing so many scarves.
right,
and
the Mad
sunglasses.
Hatter, and now he's going to just like get a haircut and almost speak in an American accent now.
Get a haircut, you hippie.
Right. And he kind of sort of has, except for then he mumbles through Harry Potter, which he will again at the end of this year.
Please don't call it Harry Potter.
Sorry.
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts.
Different franchise, not as good.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Didn't know he was a purist. All right, so that's it for...
Kind of funny to bring up when talking about mudbloods and
Indeed.
Harry Potter. But yeah, okay.
Nerd.
All right, so that's the ones we're letting go, and now we can get to the real categories, gentlemen.
Let me put on my psychic turban and my psychic glasses and my psychic scarf.
I'm just going to put on a jacket.
It's cold in here.
It is a little cold. Hold on, I'll start the fire.
Oh, yes, a roaring fireplace. He's got a bearskin rug there next to the floor, too. Which
Dude,
is
it's
nice.
kind of weird how you have a fire and the air conditioning going at once. Like, why is it,
It
always
makes sense.
blowing
Air conditioning's on your side, fire's on mine.
It's like that room in Batman Forever with Two-Face.
Yep. I'm a Gemini, what can I say?
Are you Gemini?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains so much.
It really should. I have two identities,
I
Joel.
guess that honestly did not occur to me till right now that you're
Yeah.
a dual personality Gemini. Jacob, what are you? Cancer?
Yeah.
What are you?
I'm a Pisces.
I like that we're doing this prediction episode, like a tarot card episode, and we're talking about our astrological signs.
Yeah.
That's
fits
why
in nicely.
he just wants to, give us
all it
like...
is.
That's how his outro is going to be. Just going to be more predictions.
Yes.
Based on our astrological sign. All right, so are you ready?
Yes, let's get into the categories and predict the future
All right,
of 2018.
First thing I want to know. The TV show you're going to start watching.
And so with these, we'll talk about what we said last year.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about this year. Ken, do you want to go first on this one?
I will actually, because for the past 2 years, I have not watched the TV show that I said I was going to start watching.
Jacob, do you remember what he said he was going to watch? I'm asking you specifically.
Because it has to do with you, and you said I was making fun.
Gallivant?
Yes! Last year I said I'm going to watch
I seem to recall that show. Somewhat.
Somewhat, considering I said I want this show to be canceled, but I'm going to start watching it. So just for you, Jake, and I didn't. The year before, I said I'm going to watch.
That's it. This is over.
Oh yeah,
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, because you have so much love for Gallivant still.
No one ever talks about it.
But Twin Peaks was the year before, and I've still only seen one episode of Twin Peaks.
Wait, just one? I thought you made it a couple in.
Nope, just one.
Talking about the
Gosh.
original?
Yeah, the original.
Why are you trying to disappoint both
How
of us
have you
today?
done that?
Do you know how? Because I watch stupid stuff on Netflix all the time.
Joel, take his card away.
Twin Peaks is on Netflix.
Oh, I know, but I realized
What are you watching on Netflix that has taken precedent
all
over
the
Twin
CW
Peaks?
verse, that's for sure.
Oh, see, there's
all
your
the Marvel
problem right
verse. I'm
there.
watching Iron Fist. I'm like, I hate my life, and I'm like, oh, there's a brilliant show.
Get on
just
Twin
next door.
Peaks, man.
I will. But this year, I'm going to watch a show I've also decided I'm going to watch for the past 10 years, and that is The Wire. HBO's The Wire.
I started it. I actually wasn't impressed. Too much hype.
Really? Too much hype?
Yeah.
Because it's Idris Elba, right? And you love him.
He's not in that, is he?
He is.
He wasn't.
No, yeah, that's how he got to start.
He must not have came in like as far as I saw.
Except
what
for
you
the
gotta
first
live
season.
for.
Yeah, you know.
I haven't seen it either, and I've heard really good things.
Well, look, it's a very dark show. I mean, it was around the same time as Sopranos and all that stuff. The content is maybe not super family friendly, and by maybe it's not.
It's about cops and drug dealers, right?
Yeah, it's in Baltimore. It's about the drug scene, and it's really cool though because it's like about the school. Like one season's about school system, one's about the journalists, one's about the cops. It sounds very cool. I've seen an episode, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this when I have more time to focus. Because I generally just watch bad CW shows when I'm editing, this show that we're listening to right now.
Or Supernatural.
Or Supernatural. Which, by the way,
category.
season 12, is that the most recent one?
13.
13?
Yeah. 13?
My least favorite
Dude,
season.
did you see the mid-season finale? Have you seen the mid-season finale?
No, not the one that's
Is that
playing
the one
right
with
now.
Idris Elba in it?
Oh, 12.
The one that is on Netflix right now.
Oh, okay. No, 12 is actually kind of weak.
It's my least favorite season.
Ever?
Ever.
Oh, wow.
Of any TV show.
Okay, sure. So, Joel, what did you have on your list?
So last year I
13's
said
better.
Fringe. Have
Oh.
not watched Fringe.
Not even an episode.
No, but I'm watching the rebooted X-Files.
Do you guys take
and,
these seriously or not?
I meant to watch
mean,
Fringe.
honestly, this
but
is
I think that one's
embarrassing.
even off Netflix now, maybe. I
What
don't
is?
know. Fringe. Is it still on Netflix?
I have no idea.
but
it
I
is.
did-
It is. I saw that one up there. Yeah.
But and then this year, I'm going to try to watch The Goldbergs, and it's because
Okay.
everyone recommends it to me. They're like,
Seems
"You're
like
gonna
I've heard
love
of
it.
that.
You're gonna love it," but I can't find it online. I
is
mean,
that the
it's
one
on-
Abe recommended?
Maybe my cousin recommends it to me, and I like him. He's a good person. But I just keep
not
hearing
what you said before
I
the
keep-
show.
They keep saying if you like Community, you'll like The Goldbergs. I'm like, I love Community, and I'm like, I will watch The Goldbergs then. But I can't find it. It's on Hulu, but who watches Hulu?
Nobody.
Ever
I
since
mean, it
they
feels
went
like Stranger
paid.
Things, the comedy.
Is that still around?
Hulu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it's totally different now.
Okay, for the next category, it's going to be the next TV show that will be rebooted.
I said it was due to Twin Peaks and Will and Grace, getting their day in the sun. I said Quantum Leap, and I thought Quantum Leap was going to get some sort of resurgence because everyone loved it back in the day.
It was really just an excuse for you to sing this or hum the song and then speak the original lines.
Yes.
Yeah, you just can't help yourself.
I love that show. But what happened was, and I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Sam actually leapt into Roseanne's body and gave Roseanne the reboot that he was supposed to have on Quantum Leap.
That's
So-
disgusting.
That's just full of euphemisms. I don't
Less euphemisms than you think.
But my reboot for this year, Alf.
Oh, hey.
Now, see, Alf, if kids, was an American sitcom that aired on NBC from September 22nd, 1986 to March 24th, 1990. The title character is Gordon Shumway, a friendly extraterrestrial named Alf, who crash lands in a garage of a suburban middle-class family.
Does Alf stand for something?
Alien life form.
Oh, that's so boring.
That's his nickname. His actual name is Gordon Shumway. But,
okay.
So now it's better?
yeah.
Gordon Shumway?
I'm like, how did an alien get the name Gordon Shumway? I don't know, but
But I think
But yeah,
that
obviously.
You're intrigued.
So here's my pitch, if you will. So this is Ken's next pick show. I'm using it right now.
Whoa, I didn't prepare for this.
In the reboot, Alf is an illegal alien who crash lands in one of the garages of a 1% family and tries to understand their unusual ways of living while teaching them a thing or two about how the other 99% of the universe lives. Think Modern Family meets Alf.
I don't want to. I don't want to at all.
Just imagine Alf doing the talking head thing at the camera.
Oh, no, that could be a thing.
Cats! Hey!
All right, Kent, let's hear it.
So I have 2 pitches.
What's going to get rebooted? Oh, don't
So
do
this
that.
is your pitch
He'll
show.
say it counts.
No.
Told
There's
you.
actually no pitches. It's just the show that will be rebooted. So my honorable mention is The Golden Girls. It's about darn time.
They're almost all dead.
That's it. Zombies are in.
No. Golden Girls, zombie.
So The Golden Girls, like, I know that you're saying they're all dead, which is
They're
why
not all dead.
they would. Well, okay.
We'll get to that.
That's why the new Ma will be played by Betty White. Think
But
about
she's
it.
so sweet.
I
She
know.
can't be Ma.
She is dirty. The real Betty White is a dirty, dirty woman.
But I'm just saying.
Sorry. She's like 96.
How many times have I told you not to bring your personal experience into the show? Oh my gosh.
Well, she was Rose, right? Wasn't she?
Yeah, she was Rose.
So sweet.
But imagine if they just got this great cast, because I really feel like this would work. I'm not sure what network it would be on. Like, it wouldn't quite be CBS.
You know that Ma was younger than B. Arthur when they
Yeah, isn't
filmed
that
that?
weird? 2 years younger.
It's bizarre.
But I think,
Hey, there's an educational fact for you,
Yeah,
kids.
there you go.
I feel like this
We're
show,
making you smarter.
this show could actually, with the right writers, would actually work pretty well.
It
No, I
had
think
pretty
you're
good
right,
writers back
yeah.
then. It was Mitch Hurwitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christopher Lloyd as well. Not that
Not
Christopher
the
Lloyd,
Christopher
but
Lloyd,
the other Christopher
yeah,
Lloyd,
the other.
who worked on all those late 80s shows.
Wings and
Empty Nest.
Yeah.
I could see that coming to Netflix, actually.
A Golden Girls revival.
Yeah, for sure.
See, it could work. But the show, actually was thinking about it, and maybe there will be a pitch somewhere later, but I'm going to throw this out there. I've always scoffed at any sort of movie or TV reboot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But now that Joss Whedon is garbage, why not?
Garbage? I think you're getting a little further.
He's the worst. And so I think take it away from him if you can and reboot it, because the CW is killing
But
it
reboot it
with
how?
teen shows.
With Sarah Michelle Gellar or without?
No.
Sarah Michelle Gellar will play a part. In fact, she could even be the Giles part. She could be like the librarian of sorts or
And
the
a
Watcher.
male Slayer.
They wouldn't do
No,
that.
it'd be a female Slayer.
Come
Still.
on, gender role reverse. Do it, Ken.
Buff the Vampire
It's totally
Slayer.
a thing to do now.
Yeah, except for I'm pretty sure people would still be upset if it's like, it's a guy this time. Oh, great.
Well, they're going to be upset.
Another
regardless.
guy, yeah.
People get mad about other things that they switch roles.
But I feel like with the success of Riverdale and a lot of these CW shows and Supernatural will be
There's
ending
another
in
show
2
you've been
years.
watching, too.
Riverdale.
Oh, I haven't been watching that show either.
Sure you haven't.
Oh, take it easy,
I'm
Archie.
basically his channel right here. This giant TV only has one channel, and it's the CW.
It's Jake's
Riverdale.
fault. It's Jake's
Round
fault.
the clock. Who needs Twin Peaks?
So mad at you. But I do feel like Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot would do pretty well.
Did you say Supernatural's ending in 2 years?
I feel like it is.
Wait, we're not
Is it
saying
not?
what will be good. We're saying what would happen though.
Yeah, and this could and should happen.
You think that a Buffy reboot could really happen?
Why not? Because the CW is losing. It lost Vampire Diaries. It's going to lose Supernatural eventually. It's going to lose.
I don't think it will. Actually, I read a quote the other day because they have a new guy in charge, I guess, over there.
Okay.
And he was asked about CW, or not CW, he was asked about Supernatural in an interview, and he said, hey, look, as long as Jensen and Jared, the two leads, want to do it and the ratings hold, it's here. It's just going to stay.
Isn't that
I just
crazy?
love when your eyes light up when you
I
say
know, you're
Jensen and
so-
Jared.
It's so funny. Well, I mean, I'm in season 13, and I just watched I watched the mid-season finale just a couple of days ago because I was behind, and it was great. It was one of the best episodes I've seen in a long time.
Joel, are you shocked right now that he is speaking so highly of Supernatural?
Bizarre.
It's strange.
Are we sure he's not Pete?
It's almost like we dedicated a whole show to that,
Dude, let me just
So
tell
can we
you.
leave it
Let
be?
me just
We're
tell you.
so hesitant to do that.
Season
show.
13, they changed the game, and it works.
Oh, shut up!
Okay.
Season 12 was awful.
Anything else you want to say
That's
about
it.
It's middling. It's middling.
But Jacob, you brought up something that I want to kind of touch on because you talked about how it could be a Netflix show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's a good time to bring up Netflix Greenlight.com.
Okay.
Which was actually created by Mark. You know Mark from the show and Jesse.
I believe I have met Mark and Jesse.
Yes, and they've created a generator where you can refresh the page and get a new pitch about Netflix every time. So they've created it so that every time you refresh it, you get a new pitch.
It's actually kind of amusing.
Such as, I had it right here, Jackie Chan is a defeated 4-star general who enters a dance contest to save the town.
Yeah, it
Green
brings-
light.
Yeah, it brings up something like so. Mine right now is Matt Damon is a thoughtless air traffic controller who becomes the fastest person alive in the 1936 Berlin Olympics.
Greenlit!
Mine from NetflixGreenlight.com is Morgan Freeman is a jealous airline pilot who ruins their ex's wedding by switching the catering to KFC. It's so stupid.
I got to read this one. I got to read one more. I just got this one up. Meryl Streep is a mysterious outlaw who adopts 3 plucky orphans and learns to love. That could really happen.
I got another one.
Okay.
Vin Diesel is a nice artist who actually is a documentary filmmaker that will do anything for funding.
Anything for funding?
Family friendly.
Hey, it's
Netflix.
on the site.
It's Netflix,
Yeah.
I guess. So,
Yeah. All right, one more.
you got one, Jacob?
Go for it.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson, and this is kind of confusing me, is a relieved prison warden who must recapture a plane taken over by terrorists.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
why is she relieved?
She's relieved of duty.
Yeah.
Like, is that what that means?
Yeah.
I think so.
She's not
She
just
got let
like,
go.
Yeah, okay.
It's not that she was like, oh, what a nice flight.
Wouldn't it
Sigh.
be like a fired prison warden or something? Yeah, like
Could be.
Hey, you don't mess with the
But
site.
yeah, and if you go to netflixgreenlight.com, they didn't even know we were going to bring this up. We're not getting anything from this. We just found it quite entertaining to go through some of these pitches and be like, yeah, Netflix would probably do that because they're greenlighting
I
everything.
need to figure out how they're making money on this because you can't even see the ad while you do it. It's down below. Like you have to scroll down to even see an ad.
Right.
I like that we're talking about how funny it is. Jacob's like, how do they monetize this?
Yeah, that's kind of how my brain works.
Use that magic on our show, Jacob.
Please.
Tom Hanks is a young marine biologist who is mistaken for a drug kingpin by the FBI.
It could work.
That's actually the best one I've heard. Okay, okay, let's move on then. All right, next category is comic book character who will be killed or changed.
Because we had Thor changing gender, Iron Man changing roles.
Yes.
Who else? There's been a couple.
Everyone.
Captain America went evil.
Yeah, well, Captain America became,
Servant of Hydra.
yeah.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking movies, not comic books, though,
Well,
right?
maybe
These are
both.
comic books
I know.
and movies, but
But for our prediction, you're saying both?
yeah, it's a character, and so it's like they're going to do something different with the character.
So I'll start on this one. So Marvel
mad.
actually had a lot of, I'm folding my arms. They had a lot of backlash last year, actually the past few years, because their comics have been so socially justice warrior heavy. And so no one's buying them anymore. They changed all the main characters. Even though the movies are going strong with the main characters, the comics are not. And so they're trying to change everything back.
Oh, no, they can't sell paper anymore.
Right, exactly. So I think they're going to try to kill the girl Iron Man. Her name is Ironheart. Riri Williams is her name. And so they're going to kill her in the comic book.
Ironheart?
Ironheart.
Sounds like a Care Bear.
Yeah, it is a Care Bear.
that's lame.
And they're going to kill Iron Man in the movies. Avengers Infinity War is going to kill Iron Man.
They'll kill him in the second one, probably, though.
So I bet he dies and then Captain America dies in the follow-up.
That could
I don't know. I'm not sure which
Well,
order.
all their contracts are up. They couldn't
Yeah.
kill off anyone. You can
Yeah.
finally get what you want, Kent. Dead Marvel.
Oh, you mean stakes in a Marvel movie? Thank you.
This will be the final movie.
Sakes, that sounds
Kent's
good.
like, excellent, yes, look at him die.
Rewind. This is a movie theater, sir. Rewind.
That's it. Yeah. So I think Iron Man, both comics and movie.
Oh, they're gonna change the change is what they are.
yeah. They're yes,
Okay.
precisely.
Mine is Catwoman. When Selena Kyle decides to hang up her whip and ears for good, she tries to find a protege and is shocked to discover that men love cats too.
Wait, is this a pitch?
I like cats.
She meets Brent Bunn, an avid allurophile who owns 27 cats, not including the ones on his wallpaper,
Or shorts.
and decides to crown him Kitty Man, defender of felines.
So I can't go as Catwoman? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying you get your Mr. Mistopheles outfit out, and that you become Kitty Man.
Is that on the internet? Because if not, I think we should put it up there.
Can I see a poster of this, please?
You're the one with the Photoshop skills. Make your own dang
Oh,
poster.
great. Thank you.
But yeah, why not gender swap Catwoman? Make it a man. Guys love cats too. Come on.
Kitty Man better be on the Arrow series with all cats.
He probably could be.
Felt this kitty.
I still want that poster.
Kitty Man, you even came up with a pitch for it.
Yeah.
You say you hate pitch shows.
I'm actually. It's what's
Yeah,
it counts.
what's
It's getting
going
rid of now.
Okay.
We don't have to do any more pitch shows. Yes.
All right. Next category is the next celebrity breakup.
Oh,
So
this
last
is going to
year-
get real heavy.
Some of these are going to be a little heavier.
Is it? Do we care that much?
No, we don't.
Okay.
At all.
We're trying to create an air, Jacob. It's
Okay.
an air of somberness. Because last year I said Kanye and Kim, and they're still going strong. Dang it. Because I made that bet.
Third
Wait,
kid?
I thought they did separate. Didn't I see
No,
a
they're
headline
together.
about
They just had a baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kanye went crazy for about a year.
Yeah. Well, for about a year, for about his career.
Or for about a career. Oh, nice.
Did you try to give me a high five?
No, I just pointed at you.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, finger touch
booped
instead of a high
fingers.
five.
We
That's-
booped fingers.
We booped fingers.
Yeah, we did.
That's the weirdest thing you've ever done.
And then this year, I'm saying Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard.
Oh, no.
No.
And I'll tell you
That's
why.
blasphemy.
Because they're a cute couple. They're a fun couple. Everyone loves it. And that's why no one is going to see it coming. I just saw an interview with her the other day where she was talking about this huge fight they had over wearing a helmet. Like Dax didn't want to wear a helmet and she did. And they were getting kind of, upset about something random like that.
Is this like a bedroom thing that they should have
No,
been
like when he's riding his motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
Jacob, get your mind out of the gutter, man. Come on, Jake.
I wanted context.
This whole show,
I just
man.
wanted context.
You wanted that context?
But also, I don't know if I brought it to you guys,
Replacement.
brought up on the show before to you guys before, the fame yoke. Like, when you know how you have the oxen and you have the yoke that holds them together?
Yeah.
In a celebrity couple, when they're both successful, the relationship goes well. Or if one of them doesn't really get into success, like Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks.
Sure.
He's in all the movies. She's perfectly fine not doing them.
Yeah.
That's still okay. Or if it's a celebrity marrying a non-celebrity, still okay. But when it's two celebrities, if one of them starts getting more famous than the
Chris
other,
Pratt, Anna Faris.
then they break up.
What about Emily Blunt and John Krasinski? Because
They're-
she got really popular.
I know, and I'm hoping the best for them.
Honestly, I'm
Because
worried.
the fame yoke is imbalanced.
No, but it's true that she is. Kristen Bell is Anna from
Yeah.
Frozen, which will get a sequel in the next 2 years.
She's doing The Good Place, which you love.
I've seen 2 episodes.
What does he watch?
I don't know.
Seriously.
Should I watch the rest?
Riverdale.
Yes.
I was totally
Riverdale's what he
taken.
watches.
Watches Riverdale and Arrow and Flash.
But then I know I'm so sorry. But then you have Dax Shepard who wrote and directed Chips, which was on my top 10 worst movies of the
and
year,
bombed.
which bombed, and she had to be in the movie.
Yeah, he needs to be
in a
better
really
at what he
crass
does.
role. And so I think she is being dragged down by him saying, come in my movie. You're very popular with audiences.
And they're doing all these commercials together. And I mean, I don't like to see anyone break up in that regard. But I just feel like the fame yoke is shifting and it's going to put the burden on him and he's going to.
Do you know what would help the
ship.
relationship? Is if he was talented.
That's probably true.
Jacob.
That would go a long way, am I right?
Spicy today.
I mean, he was good on Punk'd 20 years ago.
He was good on Punk'd. That's probably the nicest thing you
I'm
can
trying
say.
to remember anything I really liked him in, and I'm having a hard time.
There's nothing. I promise you, there's nothing. Last year, I said David Beckham, David and Victoria Beckham.
Yeah, you did say
David
that.
Beckham, and nothing really happened there. He was in a pretty terrible role in a pretty terrible King Arthur movie, and that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of just weren't really in the news at all.
Beckham was in that?
Yeah,
Very briefly. It was a
he sat
cameo
there
thing.
as Arthur pulled out the sword from the stone.
Oh, wow, what a
And
role.
it was a terrible role. Like, I'm not saying it's the
Zathura. I liked him in Zathura.
Dax Shepard's in that?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a spaceman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Now
Well, good job.
Wow, that was a stretch.
yeah.
This year, I'm going to say Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick.
Oh, I didn't know they were married.
For
Yeah.
21
Been
years.
together a long time.
Oh, man.
But
Isn't that
the
crazy?
fame yoke is about even on them right now, though.
Well, it's about even because they're both nobodies.
No, they're both has-beens.
Can I hear the difference between nobody
Nobody's
and a
mean they've
has-been?
never done anything, but both Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick have been great and have done a great job with their careers.
And that's true, and she's probably been more popular than him in the past
Sounds
20
hard to
years.
say has-been, so I take that back. I'm sorry.
No, you can't. You said it. So they're nobodies.
Well, no, he moved
They're
to like
not.
stage and stuff, right? Like he was.
Yeah, he did
was-
for a time.
He was big
Yeah.
into Broadway.
Yeah.
And they do have a couple kids together, so I hate to root for this.
Most of these people that we say will have break up do have kids.
Boy,
Yeah,
those will
that's-
be weird looking kids. Am I right?
Well, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because he's kind of
I
stubby.
swear,
He's kind of a
Baconsale
stubby
used to be
man.
sensitive.
And she's got this elongated face.
We used to try to not offend people.
His eyes.
Did
are
you guys
like,
see It? Have you seen
I haven't
It
seen
yet?
it yet. I'm saving it for
the
October.
kids will be
There's
like the
this
clown?
demon. There's this woman in a painting that has a stretched face. And
Oh, yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker for a little bit.
Ken, this isn't Radio Ronin. You don't have to provoke people.
Who would it provoke to make fun
No.
of Sarah Jessica Parker?
Anytime you make fun of anyone, you're going to provoke
You
people.
already labeled her a has been. So
But I think
both of them.
that was
not
mean.
just her.
That was mean, Joel. I think you should.
I apologized. I did apologize for saying that.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
so. That's my choice.
Who's going to be the sexiest man alive?
Oh, now the big one.
This is a fun one to do.
So-
We haven't done very well in the past.
Not at all. But I think Joel's pick last year.
You certainly wouldn't have guessed this year's or
I think-
2017's.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, because it was Blake Shelton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who would have guessed that?
No one. No one would
Blake
guess that.
Shelton?
Yeah.
it was The Rock last year.
What you said.
No, yeah, it actually was The Rock
yeah,
last year,
2 years ago.
and then it was Blake Shelton. I guess this past
2017.
year. Last year, I said it was going to be James Corden.
You did.
Yeah.
And that was the
That's a good
oddest
guess.
choice.
Yeah, and you said, do they do joke choices? Their pick.
That's funny.
But I was just thinking, like, he's a lovable guy, and oh my gosh, won't that be funny? I actually think Joel's pick from last year has a really great chance of winning.
Because I said Jason Momoa.
But I'm going to go against that. I think they're going to go with Paul Rudd.
Oh, no, they won't.
Paul Rudd?
He isn't doing enough. Like
He's doing Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. And he has
Avengers.
a Sundance movie coming out and Avengers. So he's going to have two really big
But
movies
they
and
picked
one
a musician,
acting choice this
a
year.
country musician on a TV show this last year. It's just weird to think of.
People love Blake Shelton.
I don't get it.
And I think they're going to go for
I think he's a
lovable,
funny guy.
quirky guy.
Didn't I
Paul
compare
Rudd.
him to like Vanilla Ice Cream once or something?
No,
Yeah.
you said, did you do your impression of Paul Rudd again, Jacob?
Like, everything's pretty cool.
Oh, it was like, yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, winning that?
You know,
Winning
you're
Sexiest
like,
Man? It's
oh
pretty cool.
yeah. You want to try spaghetti? Yeah, spaghetti's good. Spaghetti's good. Yeah, it's cool.
See, and it's that natural charm that everyone will just cling on to.
Klingon.
Yeah, exactly. So Paul Rudd will win Sexiest Man Alive. Though I will say, I don't think a white guy will win, but my choice would be Paul Rudd.
So I said
It
Jason.
should be Idris Elba though.
I said Jason Momoa last
said that
year.
2 years ago.
It wasn't right.
No, it just never happens.
But this year, with Solo, a Star Wars movie coming out, I think the one person that's going to be in everyone's mind for Sexiest Man of the Year is Ron Howard. I'm kidding. I think it's going to be Alden Ehrenreich.
Really?
Alden? Is that saying Alden Ehrenreich?
Probably not.
Ehrenreich. Alden
this?
Ehrenreich. That's the guy who's playing the young Han Solo. And I think it's because
Sexiest man, not the sexiest boy.
that's just it. I feel like
They always
People
go
Magazine is going to do their best to appeal to millennials. So they're going to pick a younger guy in order to kind of be like, oh, yeah, see, look, we know who's hot now because they keep picking these older
Like
30s,
Shelton,
40s, 50s.
yeah.
And I'm like, they need to go young. And so I think he's Han Solo, and everyone loves Han Solo. And so it's their compromise of saying it's like he's like Harrison Ford, but younger.
What?
So it's a double choice. So Alden Ehrenreich.
If the movie is received well.
Ehrenreich.
Yeah, something like that. Third Reich?
No.
Alden Third Reich. We're in trouble.
All right, next category is next big tech innovation.
I'll go first on this one.
All right.
So you guys know me. I'm not. I don't bow to the altar of Apple, and I think that most of what they do is just not very innovative, especially since Steve Jobs died.
Please keep it down because the show is being recorded on a MacBook
can
Pro
hear
right
us.
now. Yeah.
But Apple is going to release a new iPhone or iPod, it doesn't matter which, with an amazing new invention called an audio jack.
I don't think they will, actually.
No, listen to me here. You can use your existing 3.5 millimeter audio cable and plug in almost any brand of headphones and listen to music on your iPhone or iPod. It's going to revolutionize the way people use iPods. And Apple users are going to love it.
I like how you keep saying iPods like that's a thing.
Yeah. It's iPhone.
I don't like your tone, sir.
It's just a dumb idea. It's like they have not innovated since the iPad, and they keep doing these decisions to be like, oh, yes, we're taking away the audio jack.
They do things. Anything that Samsung does, they'll use 2 years later. They're doing things.
That's true.
It's new for them.
Next year they'll have wireless charging.
They have it now, actually.
Good on
They
them.
do?
Yeah, they just announced it this past
Yeah,
year.
with their $1,000 iPhone.
Oh.
That's a true story.
But yes, I just was thinking about it. I was like, they could go back. They could take that step back and be like, hey, you know what? Those earbuds, not a good idea. We're just going to go back to audio jack.
You ready for my pick?
We're ready.
This one, give me a second. It's my $1 million idea. It's a smart mini fridge. So smart homes are huge, and it's only going to become a bigger thing.
You know they have smart fridges now, right?
What do they do? Because I didn't research that.
You've got like Alexa in them. They have big touch screens, and you can put to-do lists, and they have cameras so you can see the inside. And it's basically a big like Alexa touchscreen.
That's going to be the big thing. You said Alexa, and Alexa just lit up back there.
Oh, hey Alexa.
She's listening.
Alexa, tell us a joke.
No. She's going to do it.
She's going to do it.
So yeah, she's talking.
Alexa, Simon says Baconsale. Yay!
Yay.
You're not going to be able to hear that on mic.
Yeah, they'll be able to hear it.
But I think a smart mini fridge.
I like to imagine that someone's listening to this out loud and we're making their echo go crazy
That's
right
a good
now.
idea. Alexa, play every episode of Baconsale.
Hey Google, play Baconsale. There we go.
But a smart mini fridge, this will be synced. Shut up, Alexa.
Man, you guys got worked over by your own joke.
So this will be synced.
Is she playing that?
Alexa, stop.
This has gone off the rails.
I hate that thing so much. So this smart mini fridge will be synced to MyFitnessPal or any health app, whereas it will have a lock on it.
Okay.
Unless it's time for you to have a snack. And so it will not actually let you eat anything from this fridge, or it will tell you in the morning. It will kind of be like an alarm clock. You keep it in your room, and it will say, like, the alarm will go off, and it will say, you have to eat within 15 minutes of waking up, and it has to be this and this and this, and you already have that in, a little carton there. And so it will basically keep your diet, like, ready for you.
But why not just keep all the unhealthy foods in the real fridge then?
Well, yes, you could do that. But that's why people would pay more for this, so they can suffer and starve, so that they will lose weight.
You should be in marketing.
Suffer and starve. And look pretty good in a couple months. So, yeah, smart mini fridge. I didn't know anything about the big one.
Jacob's going to see us for like the past 3 years, so.
Yeah, 4.
4?
Hey, well, I didn't go this year, though.
No.
Yeah. But
They had a huge blackout there.
I heard. Yeah. There wasn't a whole lot going on, apparently.
No.
Besides, I would like to see the Vive, but oh well. Next category, TV show that will be canceled this coming year.
So Joel mentioned mine already because Scott Bakula is apparently jumping into the body of Roseanne. Roseanne is coming back this year on ABC. Why? I mean, who likes Roseanne Barr at this time? Nobody.
Besides Scott Bakula.
What's going on?
Family friendly. Seriously.
Jacob, clean up your act.
So Roseanne, much like many of the Fox shows that came back and lasted for about 6 episodes, it will probably get 11 episodes and then be canceled.
I think they're going to have their, haha, here's our inside jokes because Dan isn't really dead and we have 2 Backies.
Yeah.
But I don't see it going much farther than that.
And politically, like, Roseanne's a bit nuts. I don't even really know where she stands other than the fact that she's a bit crazy.
Can she stand? Can she stand still?
Can she stand up?
That would be impressive,
Hold
honestly.
on.
What is
Are you
going on
questioning if Roseanne can stand up?
For sure.
With the power of Scott
man.
Bakula.
What'd you say last year?
Oh, last year I said Modern Family. And
Still going.
Good news, the 10th season will be the last.
Oh, yeah?
So it's
I knew
ending
they were in
this year.
salary negotiations. And
Oh, yeah, they'll probably
that.
do it. But it's an awkward show at this point. Just cancel
It's been
it.
on 10
I've
years.
stopped watching
Put
it.
it out of our
I
misery.
gave up on that one. Last year, I said Gotham and 24. I don't know how Gotham's still going, but I was right about 24.
Yeah,
Yes, you
24
were.
did not work.
One and
You mean
done.
12. It was 12.
Yeah. It was 24, but in 12 episodes.
Did you know they're thinking of rebooting it again?
Yes, I heard that.
With
and I
a
went-
female agent.
And I'm like, this just,
That
no.
would have been smarter the first time.
What they don't realize is that Jack Bauer is 24. And Jack Bauer's busy doing
Yeah.
He's the president.
the Survivor next to
Designated survivor.
There's that's the one.
I watched the first episode or two, and it was so like exactly by the form of the old one. Like they hadn't reinvented themselves at all. Like they got to give themselves a new edge, or it won't work. And it can't just be a new lead character. Like
Yeah.
doesn't.
Well,
make
and the
sense.
real time thing was a huge draw.
Yeah.
You can't do 24
No,
in 12.
No, that doesn't make sense either.
Anyway, so this year, I'm
Unless they call it
predicting-
12.
Yes, exactly. Which would be weird. Tonight on 12.
Well, it was always weird.
Well,
when they're
24 is
tonight
on
on
Richard.
24.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
what?
I love that. The sound, I had all the sound effects in 24.
The following takes place between 8 o'clock a.m. and 9 o'clock a.m.
Yeah. I actually wrote a 24 parody for Divine Comedy.
Yeah?
Bombed.
Really?
It was one of those. Our first show, we test out skits, and that one didn't make it past the first show.
Aw.
It bombed. It was terrible. I thought it was funny, but
Well, you wrote it.
Weird how that
so
works.
this year, what I think is going to be canceled, Gotham, and
It's like wishful thinking, right?
every time I just got
Yeah,
to mention it.
it won't.
And Arrow.
No.
Arrow
makes-
is on season 6, and they've basically killed off and resurrected every single character.
They have the best ratings on CW.
What?
Not anymore. I was
Yeah,
looking
they
at the
do.
ratings today, and it's been steady. It's been a steady decline since season 4, and it's about half what it used to be. I'm sorry, Oliver Queen. You have failed this channel.
Do you really think they're going to drop the show?
I think. Well, the problem is they're getting all these newer superheroes in.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they had the Flash, they have Supergirl, they have Black Lightning,
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow, which none of them are great.
Yeah.
But Oliver's kind of old blood, and they need to flush it out of the system because it's just dragging everyone down. I stopped watching the show when they started bringing in the super team, and it just got really, really ridiculous. I finished out the season. Season 5, I believe, I finished out, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not watching anymore. I'm done.
I just want to see a show about Felicity.
No, you don't.
I hate her so much.
I used to like her, and they've made her a terrible character.
Yeah, she's the worst.
Ugh.
Okay, guys, for this next category,
Getting a little edgy here.
It is.
Edgy
It is.
Baconsale. So, Jacob, you be on your best behavior. young man.
Baconsale
I
after
will.
dark.
I will.
It's not still family friendly.
It's dark and it's after dark.
A little bit.
We would like to predict, if we could, the next celebrity that's going to be accused of some form of salacious behavior.
Because, as you know, 2017 was the year of...
The Great Purge.
Yes.
But actually a mini purge, because I think there will be a greater purge
I'm sure.
this year.
And can I just get a little
Really
bit...
think there's going to be more this year?
Absolutely.
Can I get a little bit political for a second? Only that I don't understand why they're spacing it out like this.
Yeah.
Other than it's more of a publicity stunt at this point, where it's like, instead of just naming all these people and getting over with, it's like, okay, that's died down. Here's another one. Now that's died down. Here's another one.
I think it's so we can have award shows where Hollywood gets really sanctimonious and tells us, yep, we solved it.
Yeah.
We found the root of
Maybe,
the problem
maybe.
and we solved it personally.
Yeah. But with all those people getting accused last year, we thought, hey, who's going to get accused this year? That'll be fun for Baconsale. Kent, why don't you go first?
Maybe we'll cut this segment. Who knows?
So I'm going to say someone who is every fangirl's favorite, Tom Hiddleston.
No, he's so proper and nice.
It's not going to be for harassment. He is so proper he would never do that. But do you know what he heads up? Do you know what he is the grand wizard for?
Oh, no.
A secret murder cult. Hollywood. You don't know this, but Hollywood is full of secret murder cults.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's what the internet tells
Imagine
me.
if, let's say, this July, they find out they're like investigating a murder, and then all of a sudden they realize that
he's like Jack the Ripper.
well, no, but he is like the head of many of these B-list celebrities that are actually killing people.
Is it sad that I can say, yeah, I could see him as a murderer?
See, exactly. You said he's British, he's proper, he's distinguished. Couldn't you see him leading that
He's a killer.
organization?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
So it's a secret murder cult in Hollywood. This will be the next thing.
Dude,
wow.
I think this might be another pitch. Like a movie pitch.
It might be.
Like him playing himself. Yeah, that'd be good.
But just imagine, like, all these people that sadly die every year, they did something wrong to the secret murder cult.
Yeah. All right. Funny stuff.
Wow.
Really funny stuff. Death.
So my celebrity...
I feel like you need like an honorable mention in there or something. But yeah.
My celebrity that's going to be accused is one we all know and love from our childhood.
Oh, no.
And it's going to hurt a lot of people.
Is it
but
Alf?
It's Alf. It is Alf.
Gordon Shumway?
It actually is Alf.
It really is. Yeah. Touch fingers.
Oh, there we go. Boop.
Stop pooping, you two.
After his resurgence of fame, when his reboot hits the air, Gordon Shumway.
Are you serious? It's really Alf?
Gordon Shumway lets fame go to his head, and bullies a female intern for bringing him a tabby cat for lunch when he specifically ordered Siamese.
Oh,
Joel, Alf isn't real.
Yes, he is.
Alf is a puppet.
He's real if you make him real in your heart.
Is this really your pick?
Yes.
Alf?
Alf. Dude, you picked a secret
Tom
murder cult with Tom
Hiddleston.
Hiddleston.
Mine is within the realm of possibility.
Did you think we were going to go serious on this category?
Yeah,
Kent?
we probably shouldn't.
Did you think we were going to name certain people that'll probably get accused?
Yeah, Jake, do you have any picks?
No. I definitely have nothing to say right now.
Well, we're playing it. We're going to get edgy on Baconsale. Here's a couple fictional
Just
scenarios.
kidding. It's Baconsale. We don't get edgy.
All right. Next category is
You can ask Ken offline. I'm sure he'll tell you his real picks.
Yeah, I have. There's quite a few I think are
after
going down.
Baconsale. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year, fellas? Who do you think?
We brought in the sports because, as you know, Kent and I are really good at
Really
sports.
good. In fact, I
Real
actually did
sports
some
people.
research here.
You did?
And looked at the teams that were still viable to be in the Super Bowl.
They call those the playoffs.
Yeah, viable. That's what they use in football
Yes.
terms.
Viable to
These
because
athletic teams are viable candidates
it's a
for
great
the
display of sportsmanship.
event.
What did they say in the IT crowd? I don't remember, but what was it?
Yeah, when he's like, when they're trying to talk about football. And
Yes.
He's like, it was quite a match last night. Oh, man, that's a good episode.
Everyone's screaming at us, and that's okay.
Yes.
But I am going to root for the Minnesota Vikings.
The Vikings over the Jaguars?
Sure.
Wait,
because are the Jaguars in there?
Are they going officially?
No.
Oh.
I mean, not yet.
How come you put them up there then?
What do you mean?
He said Vikings. You jumped to Jaguars all of a sudden.
Well,
What do
all
you
of a
know?
sudden,
What do
we're
you
on
know?
opposite
He was changing.
sides.
What do you know?
He was choosing arbitrarily, so he's
No,
a Viking. So I was like, not the
because
Jaguars?
the Vikings had that really good play in that one game.
Yeah, they got the ball in the end zone.
And
They did multiple times.
Under the direction of Coach Hayden Fox and Dauber, they are going to take it home.
Those are the people from Coach.
Yep.
The TV show Coach.
And it was the Minnesota Vikings on that show, I think.
Were they?
It was the Vikings,
I don't remember that.
probably. And so they are going to take it all the way
who's the Vikings?
to the winning game.
Who's the Vikings going against?
The Jaguars.
Because Jacob said that?
Yes.
Because I'll tell you what, I have the Jaguars right here because they beat the Steelers, and I knew that. And that means the Steelers aren't going. And so
Definitely
the
not the
Jaguars
Steelers
are going.
Oh, so it's Jaguars versus the...
no, it's Jaguars.
What did I pick? The Vikings?
No, it's not Vikings. I said the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, boring.
Because... And I think
reasons.
Why do we get off
I think
here?
the Jaguars are going to win because if you really put an eagle against a jaguar in a cage match, the jaguar would win. It may be may have lost an eye by the end of it, but it would kill the eagle. Therefore, Jaguars are going to win the Super Bowl.
Why do we sound like Valley Girls when we're talking about sports?
I don't know.
I mean, like the Jaguar is like fierce and ferocious.
Those two are actually in the same conference, so they can't go to the
Dang
Super
it!
Bowl.
I
together.
tried not to do that.
Wild card, they could.
They could.
I don't know. They
Yeah,
couldn't.
I
That's
saw
not
Jake-
how wild
Jake-
cards
Jake-
work.
I saw it on the internet.
Just imagine.
Okay. Oh,
Imagine if someone from the AFC.
Yeah, it's a
I
thing.
will now imagine Roseanne
AFC
in
and the KFC.
NFL.
Yeah.
But someone's
As soon
gonna
as she can stand up.
someone's gonna pull that card and they're gonna say it's wild. It's
Yeah.
a wild card. It's now the Super Bowl game.
Wait, they can't play each other?
No, they can't. The
Dang
next category
That worked well.
is going to be the celebrity that gets their comeback in 2018.
This is one of my favorite categories.
It is actually nice because this is a nice category,
Yeah.
right? This is actually
We talk about the has-beens or the
love-
nothings.
We love you has-beens. Like Sarah Jessica Parker, you don't need to come back. Just stay down there wherever you are.
Stay down there.
Yeah.
Where is she?
I don't
It's
know.
hot down here. Joel, who did you pick for this one?
For the comeback?
Yeah.
Well, see, last year I chose Brendan Fraser, and he's still missing.
He really is.
I haven't seen him anywhere. So this year I went
No,
with...
The Mummy came out. He had
Not
some
him,
words to
though.
say about The Mummy.
Yeah, but he didn't...
He said it wasn't my movie cool. I think that's what he said in an
Sounds about
interview.
right, yeah.
Maybe.
Wasn't my movie cool?
But this year I chose one of my favorite movies, or one of my favorite actors from back in my childhood, Emilio Estevez.
That's a great choice.
Because you guys remember Emilio Estevez, Billy the Kid and Young Guns,
I'm pretty
Coach
sure-
Bombay from the Mighty Ducks,
No.
Breakfast Club.
Isn't he like legit dead though?
No,
No?
he's still around.
Okay.
And
What's he
I
been
think
doing?
his brother Charlie Sheen has been hogging the spotlight for a long time with all his crazy, and I think we need to see the same brother.
Wait, are they
come
real
back in.
brothers?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Or are they like half
Martin
brothers?
Sheen, Emilio Estevez, and
Charlie Sheen's real last name is Charles Estevez.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Fun facts.
Educational.
See?
It
is.
5 stars.
But and it's time for Emilio to get back in the saddle because he's Billy the Kid and take on the role that his father Martin Sheen used to take on, or his brother used to take on. Because both Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen had their movie careers and then found success in television. Why can't Emilio Estevez do the same thing?
You're exactly right.
I really think he could find his success because he's a likable person, a likable character. Actually, I do know he kind of left the spotlight to kind of get his life together. And it seems like he's doing well. He's producing movies.
Maybe he could join the Golden Girls and be a zombie.
He's alive, Jacob. He's not even that old.
Why do you think he's dead?
I don't know. I doubt you.
So last year, I picked someone that we had not heard in a while. I picked Eminem. And boy, do I regret it.
He did come back.
Because I was like,
He's been getting a lot of crap for his album.
yeah, my prediction was Hollywood is so annoying now and everyone is so
Oh, yeah, I
political
remember that.
Eminem's going to come in and make fun of everybody. And he's going to say, everyone get off your high horse. You're all lunatics.
And instead, he does duets with Ed Sheeran.
Instead, well, that with Beyonce, and instead he plays it the safe way, and he's like, "Yeah, everyone, doesn't Trump suck?
Yeah.
I'm cool, right? This is edgy." It's like, no, everyone agrees with you.
No, then he whined like a baby when.
Oh
he
yeah, and Trump didn't
respond.
respond, and he's like, "I'm really mad. I've been waiting for a response." I'm like, "You kind of lost your edge, dude."
He doesn't care. Oh, the only way he could have done something was to say he supported Trump. Like that would have been the only thing he could do.
And that actually would have been a big, daring move.
That'd been crazy.
So, and I'm actually sad he came back, but I think he'll go away again really quickly.
No, he's gone.
The celebrity I really want to come back, deep in my heart, is Amanda Bynes.
I remember Amanda Bynes, but she
Right?
had a huge mental breakdown, didn't she?
She did. I mean, it's Britney Spears level, but she's back.
I can't remember what she was in.
So she
just
was
remember
in
her
What a
name.
Girl Wants.
Why are you caring about this exactly?
Amanda Bynes, no.
Because it's Baconsale, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to the show, Amanda Bynes is actually kind of hilarious. Like, she's been in several sitcoms, What I Like About You, and a couple Disney movies as well. She is actually sincerely funny. She's
Jacob,
in,
you liar. Jacksonville Jaguars are in the American Football Conference, and the Philadelphia Eagles are in the National Football Conference.
Gotcha.
Joel, can I continue?
Jacob tried to sport me.
Told you, wild card.
Boom.
Wild card.
So Amanda Bynes needs to come back. So she's normal again. She's actually working on a clothing line. But I think, much like Joel has said, I think TV is the way to go for her. And maybe she wouldn't be the lead of a TV show, but much like Mandy Moore in the show This Is Us.
But wouldn't you rather see like someone like Hilary Duff make a comeback who never kind of went weird?
No, not really, because Hilary Duff's kind of always been around. I never thought she was all that dynamic. Amanda Bynes is actually kind of hilarious.
You were going to say she's all that, weren't you?
No, I was not going to say.
You should have.
But yes, I would love to see her make a big comeback. I don't think it'll be through movies because I don't really think she's movie status, but TV would definitely work for her.
I can see that, and I'd be okay with that.
Okay, next category is a real fun one. Who's going to die?
Yes.
This is one of Ken's favorites.
So last year I had 3 people that were going to die.
We both did.
It was Gene Hackman.
Still alive.
Maybe.
He beat you.
He's still alive.
James Earl Jones.
Still alive.
Maybe.
Still
Well,
alive.
Gene Hackman deliberately retired. He didn't like Emilio
like
Estevez
years
it,
ago.
You know?
And then Jensen Ackles.
What?
Yeah.
You don't remember
that?
this?
You got so mad at him.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were like, you jinxed my baby.
I blocked
Because
that out.
he was going to be murdered by one of his crazy fans.
Yeah,
And they
that's
were going to
right.
continue
Named
Supernatural.
Jacob.
Yeah, probably.
Season 13 is the best. Shank.
And you were like, he just had twins. And I'm like, yeah, doesn't stop someone from killing you. But he didn't die. So it did stop someone from killing him.
I guess it did. He actually opened up a brewery in Texas.
So this year, I'm going with 2 oldies and a surprise.
All right.
Wait, you picked 3 again?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't pick 3 this time. I felt
So,
bad
I
last
mean,
time.
like the oldies, like they're ones that we've said for the past few years. You could probably even repeat ones you've said, and they're probably going to die because there's another year's passed.
Well, eventually you'll get it right.
So-
I told you I was right.
Can I ask a question that I honestly don't know the answer to? Is Bob Barker still alive?
Googling it.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he is.
I don't remember hearing that he died.
Okay,
So,
because if
yes.
he's still alive,
No, you know there'd be some sort of tribute or something.
Wait. Didn't he get...
Still alive.
Yeah.
okay,
94 years old.
he's dead. Like I'm talking April.
Oh.
Okay, Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been
Stan
in
Lee's
trouble,
95, and
That
he's
could
been in
happen.
trouble, and I think his
Yeah.
mind's kind of going. And so yeah, he's going away.
They've already filmed a lot of his Marvel cameos ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that they could use him after he passes.
They're still going to be just as hilarious. And the last one.
Speak kindly of the dead, Ken.
Yeah, nobody thinks they're funny, Ken. Like, it's just like, oh, look. They
pat Grandpa on the back.
included
Yeah.
the old man. Yeah, exactly.
But the big surprise this year will be Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's going to die this year.
No.
He did have, like, he had that Netflix special where you just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, he really is
So
kind of crazy.
there's 2 possible ways that Jim Carrey's
That
going
was
to die.
kind of interesting, but disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either because he's really like ethereal now, it's just like, hey, we're nothing and nothing is us and we're all just matter. And he's a little bit crazy, but I kind of like his take on Hollywood at the same time. I think he's just going to walk out into the
It's true.
ocean and he's just going to let himself drown because the
might.
water is nothing and he is nothing and he's going back to the water, which is nothing. And so he will drown. Or he's saying,
you can't get that specific because then if it happens, you're totally getting accused.
I know it's true. Or
So true.
he will say so much bad about Hollywood that the secret murder cult will take him out, headed up by Tom Hiddleston
That would be
and
pretty
Hugh
great.
Laurie.
Oh man,
Hugh Laurie?
Right?
Yeah, I can see that.
They're actually in a show together.
And
That's
James
why I thought of
Corden.
that. James Corden, come on.
He's the muscle.
Well, we got to get the Brits around.
muscle? Muscle. Okay.
You can't see what's under all that, you know? It could be lots of muscle.
under that robe of the secret murder cult.
Is he a judge?
No, it's the secret murder cult, Joel.
So last year I said Betty White, I said Kirk Douglas, and I said Dick Van Dyke. Jerry Van Dyke passed away, so
You were close.
I'll count
Half
that
right.
as a half point or a third.
I think you
of a
get
point.
2/3 because it was Van Dyke.
Although it also may have been this year. It may have been 2018. I don't remember exactly when he
That's
passed away.
2017.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay. No, I didn't choose 3 this time because I felt bad just kind of pointing people out, going, "You're dead, you're dead, you're dead." So I kind of went with one wild card this year, and it's Tom Cruise. The man.
How dare
Actually,
you?
he made
The
headlines
man-
recently
yes.
for lots of trouble with stunts. Yeah.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
the man is 55 years old. He's doing
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 6, and he is doing still doing most of his own stunts. And they have video of him when he jumped off a building and ended up breaking his ankle and had to, like, they shut down filming for a while.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
guy is going to push himself too far, and I'm really worried about him. So it's more of a concern, Tom, if you're listening.
But If he
Guess
does
not, man.
if he does movies like American Made, maybe he'll still be kicking. But if he does more action movies, like he needs to stop.
I mean, you can't do Mission Impossible when you're 55.
Have you seen him though?
Get real.
He looks like he's
He looks like a really strong older woman.
Yeah, dude, he's hurting himself. Like I caught part of that video where he's trying to jump out of a building and he just like stumbles before he even gets there. You know,
It was actually his fault that Henry Cavill had the mustache in Justice League.
because you wouldn't let him shave.
Yeah, because you couldn't get rid of it when they were off.
That better be a good movie then.
I actually have 2 picks. You guys want to hear?
Yeah.
It's Amanda Bynes and Emilio Estevez.
Oh, that was hurtful.
I don't like Jacob After Dark.
Seriously.
Yep, they're going down.
Going down?
Yeah.
In the ground.
Now,
with Sarah
now,
Jessica
see, when
Parker.
Jacob says it does sound like a threat.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, next category. What movie is going to be biggest at the box office?
I
right,
feel
so
like
we're
we
getting to the
agreed
movies
last year, and we're going to agree again this year. So last year,
I don't know if we agreed exactly because you picked Star Wars Descent of the Dark.
Descent of the Dark.
Or Siege of the Dark.
Yeah, it was, but I singled out Descent of the
They
Dark.
didn't have the title back then, so
Yeah.
Last
It was
Jedi.
pretty close.
But we did both say Star Wars,
Yeah.
and we were kind of right.
Yeah, but I said about $2 billion on that one. I said with the death of Carrie Fisher, it's going to make about $2 billion.
And it didn't.
And the movie was not good, and so it made $1.3 billion. So we chose Star Wars last year. We were right. It was kind of an easy choice, although there were some bigger movies, like Beauty and the Beast made like $1 billion.
Fate of the Furious was actually really up there too, like number 3 or number 4.
It's a bit silly.
Kind of weird when you think about it.
And so the movie with the biggest box office this year, because there's a Star Wars movie, but I think it will make a lot less, maybe less than Rogue One, will be Avengers Infinity War.
Agreed.
Do you agree with this?
I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
It's too big to fail. Like this is what they've been culminating to is this big finale. And Avengers, just the original Avengers movie, made $1.5 billion worldwide, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this one got 2.
I mean, it's because look, it has 40 superheroes, maybe like 40 to 60 of
Yeah.
their superheroes in one movie.
40 to 60.
No, they
Like,
said
isn't that ridiculous?
yeah.
that's not real,
That's
right?
real.
No, it's real.
To 60?
They confirmed the number. One report said 67, one said 40, if I remember right.
Yeah, and so everyone's going to see all their favorites. Like, look, they're going to see Benedict Cumberbatch and Robert Downey Jr. in scenes together, and then all the other piecemeal guys, whatever they are.
And it's not even the end one. Like they still have Infinity War Part 2 coming out in 2019.
Yeah.
So there's still going to be another.
It's cool though.
Big
Like
finale.
all the actors have said, this is going to be like the Godfather of Marvel movies, which I totally believe. I mean, it's going to have. I can't even. That's so stupid. The
You realize that's
Godfather
the
of Marvel
Godfather?
movies.
Why?
But I'm going to be taking that out of context on Twitter. That's going to be the quote coming out there.
I said that's why they said that's what it is. But no, I think some big things will happen in this movie considering contracts are coming to an end, and they're going to have to kind of recycle and make Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, like, I think, the centers of this universe from now on, and Captain Marvel, because, Iron Man has had a really spotty record with his franchise, even though he's still, the biggest actor there.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to make $1.2 billion.
1.2.
Yeah. I think it will stop there.
I think it's going to reach 2. I think it's going to make it.
$2 billion.
I think it's going to go 2 billion.
I don't know if there's enough hype for that.
It's gonna
Maybe
be
the
a-
second one.
Well, and that's I feel like a lot of people think this is the last one because they don't realize there's going to be a whole new movie in 2019.
Yeah.
And so there'll be this one like, oh, it's the big finale where they're all coming together. Oh, there's a to be continued.
No, this is basically Avengers 2, right? Like, yeah, there's more coming, I think.
But do you feel like this also lies on the shoulders of Josh Brolin as Thanos, as purple CG Thanos, who
Yeah.
looks terrible?
But it's sight, it's spectacle. I mean, this is what sells overseas is these big, loud, action-packed movies.
Okay.
With all your favorite heroes.
I'll make another prediction right now. I'm guessing trailer 2 is actually going to be awesome. That's what I think.
Trailer 1 was okay.
Because I think they pulled the reins back on trailer 1.
But you realize I'm not
So
going to
that it
watch
could build
trailer
up.
2.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I only watched trailer
Doesn't
1.
matter. You're going to see it anyway. But I'm
Yeah.
guessing trailer 2 is actually going to be awesome. That's my guess.
They're calling this movie a cosmic heist. So
I like cosmic heists.
do you? Have you ever seen a cosmic heist?
Ocean's 14 in space.
Ocean's 8 in space, actually.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So this movie will make the most money, like bar none. Granted, I don't really care, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's the movie want to flop? Or is it the same one for you, Kent?
So last year I said we had kind of had 2, but I combined them in this one because last year we said what do we want to flop versus what will flop. I wanted Beauty and the Beast to flop. It most certainly did not. It was like the second highest grossing movie of 2017.
It's just right behind Star Wars.
And the movie that I said will flop would be The Great Wall, which kind of flopped.
That kind of flopped.
Because it It had
Was that just last year? It seems longer.
So domestically, they had a $150 million budget. Domestically, it made $45 million. So it didn't even get half of its money back here.
Yeah,
but then worldwide, it made $335 million.
It was made for that audience, though. It wasn't made for here.
Which is funny because everyone was all offended, like, "Oh no, Matt Damon in a leading role about the Great Wall? That's terrible." But then Chinese seem to be fine with it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not exactly sure which one I said I wanted to flop it. There were a few Marvel movies last year, and I think of the three, because I think I was a little excited about Thor's new direction. And Spider-Man, I was like, oh, it'll probably be fine. But Guardians, I knew I wouldn't like, and it actually went below my expectations. And the one I said would flop was Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets.
And you were right.
I was hopeful for it, but I knew it would not do well. And so I actually wrote down a couple of the movies I want to flop this year. So I kind of mixed it up because I have movies that I want to flop this year, and then there are movies that I think will flop regardless, kind of like my Valerian pick from last year. Mm-hmm. And so Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, comes out July 20th. This is a sequel. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer yet.
I did.
Yep.
And I didn't really like the translation of the first movie, and now this one looks even worse. It's a prequel. Like, who needs to see this movie?
Yeah.
Nobody.
A prequel for a musical that doesn't have a prequel.
Yeah. And Meryl Streep's dead. I'm just going to put it out there. Her character is dead in this movie.
We already predicted that a while back.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go. It's another prediction show. I also, Sherlock Gnomes comes out March 23rd. This is the Romeo and Juliet
you're stealing
sequel.
all of my joke ones, right?
Have I really? Yeah. This movie looks terrible. The trailer is grating. It makes me want to die a little bit.
Yeah. And it's a sequel to the Romeo and Juliet, so it's the same creators, same people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Bumblebee the movie, which comes out December 21st.
Not Jack the Rabbit or whatever that one's called.
Peter Rabbit.
Peter
that
Rabbit,
is up there too.
Stop stealing my joke ones.
But also, I mean, there's a couple here as well. Like, I don't really care. I really like the first Pacific Rim, but I don't think the sequel looks all that good. Pacific Rim Uprising.
Really? Doesn't it just look like the same thing?
It's the same thing, but like, I think the CG is way worse, and the cast I care about even less. This one will flop regardless.
Bumblebee will?
No, I think Pacific Rim. Bumblebee,
Pacific Rim.
I just don't want to do well because stop it. Yeah. Leave us alone. And then there's a movie coming out called Alita Battle Angel. This is one I think will flop.
The big eyes.
Yeah, it's like the CG android robot.
Yeah.
And everyone else, it's just live action actors. And this one will not do well at all. It's very anime-esque, clearly, and it will not translate here.
So the ones I picked that I want to flop, I said Bumblebee as well, because honestly, we don't need a prequel for these characters. We barely cared about them in the actual movies. Why do we need a prequel? And it's a prequel too. It's like set back in the 80s and it's starring Haley Steinfeld, Pamela Adlon, and John Cena.
Dun, 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 dun.
Which could be fun.
I couldn't see it. I can't see that casting.
It's not.
It's a joke. You can't see me.
Oh yeah,
wrestling fans. Hey.
No, I'm just saying, like, it just seemed like John Cena. Okay,
he's like Mark Wahlberg, but with less acting ability
and a bigger body.
I also said Mowgli.
I said Mowgli would
also
as well.
The Jungle Book, because I mean, it's not enough that we got the animated classic of 1962, which was enough, and then we got a live action in 94, and then we got a live action in 2016. They're probably going to do a sequel to that live action.
They will, actually,
with Jon Favreau directing again. We don't need another Jungle Book. We don't need the story. Even this one's from Warner Brothers, and it's got
Andy Serkis is
Andy
directing.
Serkis involved with it.
He's directing?
Yeah. But we don't need Jungle Book.
That's weird.
We don't need another Jungle Book. Why are we getting another Jungle Book?
Unless Andy Serkis plays every character, I probably won't watch it.
Ken, I'm surprised you didn't say this one, by the way. The other one I want to flop.
Okay.
Barbie, coming out August 10th.
I don't think that movie's going to happen. Are they actually working on it?
Anne Hathaway's attached to it now.
Attached, but I mean, will it come out this year?
Well, they have a synopsis. A doll living in Barbie Land is expelled for not being perfect enough and sets off on an adventure in the real world.
What?
Starring Anne Hathaway.
Hold on. She's a doll to begin with?
Yep.
And then she becomes
not
real?
perfect.
Is it like Enchanted?
It's like a terrible ripoff of Enchanted. That's exactly what my note says, Howard. That just sounds bad. Now, I'm happy.
And she's Anne Hathaway?
So why isn't it all animated?
I don't know.
You're just mad.
I don't know.
You're mad because you wanted Barbie to be Amy Schumer.
I'm so glad she's not attached to this anymore.
I know you're mad.
We've said both their names on this show, Ken. The two forbidden names. And then I did say Ocean's 8. I want it to flop. Because they could have.
Hey, do you want to go get a drink, Jake? Should we just go leave the show and let Joel just fall on this sword?
I wanted to flop because
that's probably for the best. Yeah,
it didn't have to be an Ocean's 11 remake. They could have done an original heist movie, but instead they try to say, "Oh yeah, we're reinventing Ocean's 11," and I'm like, Ocean's 11 was fantastic. 12 and 13, Not as good, but
not as good.
Well, but
12 is one of the worst movies ever made.
I wouldn't put it that far down.
I would. I love hyperbole.
13 was okay though.
Yeah, 13 is okay.
But they did not make this a remake, and it stars Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Sarah Paulson, Helena Bonham Carter, and Aquafina. So you know how I feel.
A water bottle?
Yeah.
How boring.
I'm more of a Dasani fan.
It's AWKWAFINA. That's her name, is Aquafina.
Is that real?
Yes. Look it up.
It's better than
You know how I feel about people that give themselves a single name without earning it first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zendaya.
And then finally, my number one that I
she's
want to
earned it
flop. Once again, if you know me, you'll know what I'm going to pick. It's Tyler Perry's A Medea Family Funeral, coming out August 3rd.
It's on my most anticipated list, actually.
My notes here just say, stop making movies, Tyler Perry.
How do you feel about him, though? Should we go see that one together? Do you want to come to the screening?
Do you want to do a finger poop with him?
No.
Enunciate, Jake.
Yeah, you did enunciate a little better on that. That was a little awkward for everybody, I think.
Please.
Boop.
Sure.
So yeah, those are the ones that I wanted to flop. So let's move on to the grand finale.
All right, for the final category, I want to hear the 5 upcoming movies that you are most excited for in 2018.
We're going to give a little more meat to these. These have a little. I have synopses and things like
as
that.
do I.
Okay.
I thought we already talked about.
So
Never mind.
last year, I said Spider-Man, Justice League, Star Wars, Kingsman, and Wonder Woman were the ones I was most looking forward to, and I liked them all.
It was really franchise heavy. Our picks last year.
Oh yeah. I was displeased with myself.
Yeah, me too.
And
Displeased in you.
Same here.
I liked them all. I saw them all except for one of them I didn't like, and that was Kingsman. I was not impressed with the sequel.
Yeah, you watched this last week, right?
Yeah, I had to watch it before.
And it
we
was
got
your
here.
favorite movie of 2015 or
Yeah.
2016.
The original was, yeah.
Yeah.
This one was not good. Although my Spider-Man was my number one pick for what I was looking forward to, and it ended up being my number one of 2000, or my number one that was made in 2017. But
I'm so confused.
Yours actually was your number one pick was number one as well.
It was actually my number 1 and 2. So last year I had Justice League as number 5, War for the Planet of the Apes, Wonder Woman, Baby Driver, and Dunkirk. And actually,
Those all did very
sequentially, those are all my favorites in that order.
Did you just pick those because you didn't want to be wrong?
Yeah, that's what it sounds
You
like right
predicted
now.
them, and then you're like,
No, but
"Oh
remember-
yeah, those are my favorites."
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
know everything.
Well, you remember, like, I picked Wonder Woman way over Justice League, and you questioned my DC fandom, but I had a feeling Wonder Woman was going to be a
I put
better
Justice
movie.
League over Star Wars, and you questioned my fandom.
Yeah, that's true. So I did not want to put this as my number 5. It's a franchise movie. In fact, this one will probably bump lower the more I become disillusioned with Justice League. It's Aquaman.
I think I say Sherlock Gnomes.
It's Sherlock Gnomes.
part of the-
I was
part
so
of the gnome
disappointed in the
franchise.
I
original.
get it.
Yeah.
But Aquaman, honestly, because I feel like Warner Brothers is going to mishandle the post-production of this movie.
Who's the director on that?
That's why I'm excited. James Wan.
Who
okay.
did it, like in
He did Insidious,
Thank you.
Saw,
Conjuring
Furious 7.
2.
Yeah, Conjuring.
He's super capable.
Incredibly capable.
but it's Jason Momoa because he was kind of the weak link in Justice League.
I feel like he was
I don't know.
he was a victim of the cutting room floor.
I don't feel like it was his fault.
No, not at all.
wasn't great in
I
anything
think
he
I
did.
think of all the side characters in Justice League, he was the one that suffered the most because he actually had an entire plot that was supposed to be in the movie and was cut because Joss Whedon decided, and Warner Brothers stepped in and cut so much. I am so excited to see what the action looks like in this movie, though, because I feel like it's going to be less muddy than what we saw in Justice League and just kind of laser blasts and rocks blowing up.
Is that a pun? The muddy? Like, is that
Because
what
it's
you're
water
doing?
and
Is
dirt.
that what you're saying? Yeah.
No, I just think it will be very clear. And
The water.
Clear.
and Aquafina will co-star. But so we have Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, Willem Dafoe, Nicole Kidman, and Patrick Wilson in this movie.
Nicole Kidman, huh?
And I don't even know if this is going to be campy because a lot of Aquaman is very campy. His villain, his name is Black Manta. And I mean, it shouldn't be taken seriously, but I feel like the underwater war that could take place in this movie could be visually incredible. I'm not sure how it's going to translate. I have trust in James Wan, but I do not trust Warner Brothers to not mess this up. And so the synopsis is, Arthur Curry learns that he is the heir to the underwater kingdom of Atlantis and must step forward to lead his people and to be a hero of the world. And so I think the one good thing they did for his character in Justice League is to maybe not show anything and say, okay, he's like a half human, half Prince of Atlantis, and he
Horse.
hasn't really. He's a half horse. He's a seahorse man.
A centaur.
Sea centaur.
Sea centaur.
Oh man, Jason Momoa, sea centaur.
That's the villain in number 2, actually. But I feel like because he hasn't yet accepted who he is, I would like to see that discovery in this movie, in his training, and accept that mantle by the end. And I'm sure there will be a
Mantle
little
or manta?
Aquamantle.
Hey.
All right.
Oh, now I say a pun and it's not good. But look, it's my number 5. It will probably bump down the more I just get disillusioned with Warner Brothers and the executive changes they're making. But for now, it's number 5.
Yeah. My number 5 is Peter Rabbit, starring Margot Robbie, Daisy Ridley, Rose Byrne. Come on.
No, that cast is really great.
And Domhnall Gleeson.
It is weird how good the
not
cast
real.
is.
That's not real, but he still is done. My real number 5
So
pick.
back to number 4. Okay.
My real number 5 pick is A Quiet Place. Comes out on April 6th. Stars Emily Blunt, John Krasinski. And the synopsis says, a family lives an isolated existence in utter silence for fear of an unknown threat that follows and attacks at any sound.
Do we have a good writer or director on that?
Director?
John Krasinski's directing it.
Oh, so who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like this
who
is
knows,
kind of
really?
this is a wild card.
I feel like
But
this is his year to do well, though.
trailers have
Because he's
gotten
going to be in Jack Ryan,
Yeah.
Amazon series.
Trailers have gotten so cookie cutter lately that you can just know how they're going to go. But this was one of the few trailers that I watched that stood out to me and went, okay, that movie looks interesting.
Yeah.
And it caught my attention. So I put it on my list and I would like to watch it. I'm going to go much shorter than Ken because we got to hurry.
Yeah, that's true. But I do also want to see it because based on that trailer, I don't think I'll watch another trailer because I don't want to see what the mystery is.
I don't either.
But it has like a Shyamalan vibe of like early 2000s.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on in this movie? Something is off.
Yeah. Okay, my number 4 is called Mute. There's no current release date for Mute. It is directed by Duncan Jones, who did Source Code and Moon, and we're not going to mention Warcraft, but he is a great...
And yet you just did.
I know. I had to, though,
Source
because
Code,
someone else would.
Source Code's good.
Source Code and Moon are just fantastic, which is why...
Moon is really good.
Yeah.
Source Code is good.
I love them both. So this movie, the synopsis is, a mute bartender goes up against his city's gangsters in an effort to find out what happened to his missing partner. That is very vague, but this movie...
Super
A mute
boring sounding.
barber?
A mute bartender.
Oh, bartender.
So
Well,
this
still,
this
what?
movie is meant to be a cousin to Blade Runner. Actually, it's a very futuristic society, a little dystopian society. It stars Alexander Skarsgård, Paul Rudd, and Justin Theroux, and it just
Paul Rudd.
based
I was just gonna, yeah.
based on the original aspects of this.
Kent picked a Paul Rudd movie.
Did
Look, it's his year, man. Sexiest man alive. But I would like to see Duncan Jones come back from big budget garbage and make a cool indie feature again. And this one, I don't think he's spending a lot of money, but it's going to have a cool vibe. Hopefully not too much like Ghost in the Shell or Blade Runner, but hopefully it is able to stand on its own visually.
Okay.
Because Ghost in the Shell, like, it looked cool, but you could tell they were stealing everything they could from, well, the anime, but mostly Blade Runner.
Yeah. You want to go number 4, Ken, or do you want me to do 4?
Go for it.
I'll go for 4. My number 4 is The War with Grandpa. Comes out February 23rd.
Stop it.
Upset that he has to share the room he loves with his grandfather, Peter decides to declare war in an attempt to get it back. Starring Robert De Niro, Jane Seymour, and Uma Thurman.
Stop it.
Oh man,
That sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Ugh.
So that was my fake out.
that kind of hurt my feelings.
Yeah. No, my number 4 is really Mission Impossible 6, otherwise known as MI6, which if they don't make...
Wait, they're still filming though.
Yeah.
That's
Comes
when
out
is-
July 20th.
How is that possible?
Well, it's impossible.
Okay. Oh, good point.
But no, this one, if they don't make a MI6 reference, or if the movie doesn't like center around the British spy agency of MI6,
I'm sure it is
they need to include that.
because he's like that's all where the filming is all in London and stuff.
Should be.
Yeah.
But it just makes sense. And in the synopsis, classified. There's nothing on IMDb about it yet.
That's funny.
But who would have thought that back in 96, this TV show reboot of Mission Impossible would have become this franchise that I look forward to the 6th movie?
Yeah.
Because Rogue Nation was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that one.
No,
And
outside of 2, which is fun in its own right,
yeah, it's kind of campy
it's a
fun.
great series.
Yeah. It's solid.
It's very true.
It's just sad after Tom Cruise dies, they're not going to be able to do anymore.
Oh,
Oh no, predictions
you-
right now. How long is Tom Cruise going to keep doing this?
I think he might be passing the torch in this movie.
I feel bad for him because
think he
anytime his movies make less than they should, everyone's like, Tom Cruise is done for. And then his next movie is like critically lauded and makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's funny, if one Mission Impossible movie does bad, they'll all say it's the end. Like they'll try to find a new star. He'll do this through 9 if
I
he
don't,
can.
but I don't see this.
He'll
I
be
don't,
70.
Yeah.
I don't see this franchise going beyond him though. Like I don't think they can really successfully do it without Tom Cruise. I don't think. It's not going to be as big.
I wonder. But so far, so good. I mean, because they have good writers and directors still attached.
Honestly, that'd be a good,
I would like to see Rebecca Ferguson take the lead. If they win, let's say he drops out of the next one.
She's
Rebecca
solid.
Ferguson,
She was
remind me.
in the last one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's one.
Now, she's amazing. So, okay. So my number 3 is called Show Dogs. Comes out May 18th this year, and it stars Will Arnett and the voice of Stanley
Did you hear
Tucci.
his voice break there a little bit?
That's the thing is he's not, he just got his poker face
He's
on.
like, show dogs.
It's like, it hurts him. He's bleeding internally
It's
from
not,
saying
guys. It's not the sequel to Rock Dog.
that. Oh, Rock Dog.
Max,
None of
a
us saw
macho solitary Rottweiler police dog, is ordered to go undercover as a primped show dog in a prestigious dog show, along with his human partner, to avert a disaster from happening.
It's miscongeniality.
I am in.
but
with
it's all the dogs have voices in
Yeah.
Will Arnett's the police detective.
That's how it was pitched, Joel. That's literally what people said when it was
Oh,
pitched.
that's terrible.
It's
How did I not pick that one up on my bad
with
radar?
dogs. So my real number 3 is called First Man. This movie comes out October
heard of that.
12th. So it's a look at the life of the astronaut Neil Armstrong and a legendary space mission that led him to become the first man to walk on the moon.
Oh, who's
on
starring
July
in
20th,
that?
1969. A little
Doing like a
just this
biography?
beautiful man named Ryan Gosling.
That's it.
Claire Foy, John Bernthal's in the movie too, but the director is the real draw here. The director is Damien Chazelle, who did Whiplash and La La Land.
So it's going to be a jazz in space.
No, it's not going to be jazz and did you?
That would explain the Ryan
There
Gosling.
will be jazz there. They work so well together. I'm glad it's not Miles Teller.
John Berthenol, huh?
John Bernthal. Yeah,
Bernthal?
Punisher. Yeah, Punisher.
Oh, I've been saying his last name wrong.
Did you say Barenthal?
Yeah,
Hermione?
yeah.
How'd you say it?
John Bernstein Bears.
Yeah, Bernstein Bears.
Barenthal? Barenthal.
I mean,
Yeah.
this director,
Godot.
like, this will be a different route for him because this is a biopic, but I
Yeah.
feel like he is one to watch. Like, I mean, after those 2 brilliant movies.
Well, they're definitely aiming for critical stuff. With
yeah,
that.
and it's October 12th, so
Yeah.
it's right
Oscar
along that
season.
season. In fact, they may push it back a month just to make sure it gets all the praise right at the exact time it needs to get.
So it's a Neil Armstrong biopic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't wait. And it's Ryan Gosling.
That's
so
just timely.
you know.
Actually.
All right. My number 3, it was going to be Sherlock Gnomes, but you stole that joke.
Sorry.
So it's actually another animated movie. It's Incredibles 2, which comes out June 15th.
Oh, it's so funny.
And
What's your real one?
No, that's...
Oh,
and I'm putting this on there as a hope. It's a hope.
I know. I hope so too.
Because I want it to succeed. I want it to be good. I'm nervous. I mean, the synopsis, when I read it, I went, oh, because it's just like Bob Parr is left to care for Jack Jack while Helen is out saving the world. And I'm like, oh, they're going to be in the house the whole time? Like,
Can I tell you my disappointment?
Please.
Is that this movie did not continue 10 or 15 years down the road.
as it could have.
It should have.
Easily.
Yeah, I really like it when characters can like progress with the audience, and they can still make it a fun Pixar movie where Dash and Violet are older, and that's fine. Maybe they're late teens.
So
Well, and
we
the
know for
story had
sure
so
they're
much-
going to be the same age.
it's a straight follow up, like
It
minutes
looked
after.
like because like
Jack Jack's
the
a baby.
preview is Mr. Fantastic holding the baby and going, "You have powers."
So the original script of this movie was 10 years later, and then they said, "Oh, we want to make it cuter."
or they want to capitalize on the franchise more,
Yeah, but like, why not progress with?
and they should have.
The audience.
This first Incredibles was so well done. I think we both voted out our favorite Pixar movie.
Nope.
I can't remember.
Yes,
what
I
it
did.
was.
Yes, I did,
Yeah, I was
actually.
like, wait a minute.
Nemo is his favorite.
Oh yeah, he loves Nemo.
It's up.
But
It's up.
there's
Yeah,
so
that's what I
much
should've said.
potential
Dang
here.
it.
Like that superhero, the world they created of the superheroes was great, and I love that they gave him a very formidable villain. And I hope this one's good. So this is my hope pick.
I've had rumblings. I've heard rumblings from Pixar.
You've had rumblings. Do you need to go use the bathroom?
every day? But I've heard rumblings that this is not great.
And I'm worried about that. But that was my number 3 pick. It's my hope chest, we'll call it.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
Cling to your chest.
I Sarah can't.
My number 2 is called Annihilation. Movie comes
Mortal
out.
Kombat Annihilation? They're
Yeah, it's so
rebooting
good.
it?
Now you will die.
Visually, that looked crazy.
Comes out February 23rd. It stars Natalie Portman, Tessa
Oh,
Thompson.
that's the one with the bubble.
Jennifer Jason Leigh. Yes.
The big
Yeah.
translucent bubble.
Directed by Alex Garland, who wrote The Beach.
The big bubble that
28
goes,
days
whoa, whoa,
later.
whoa, 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 when it chases people on the island.
See, now you believe it's a thing, right?
No, that's fake.
It's a thing. It
All right.
exists.
What was
Sorry.
that one called?
Annihilation?
No, that's called Prisoner. The
Oh, The
Prisoner.
Prisoner. The TV show.
No, somebody legit brought that up to me in a
It's a
conversation.
thing, I promise.
And I was like, is that one with the big ball that chases you like a bubble? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was somebody-
It haunts my dreams. So Alex Garland, who directed Ex Machina, and he wrote Never Let Me Go, 28 Days Later, The Beach. He works with Danny Boyle really, really well. This one comes out next month, and I can't wait. It's based off of a popular sci-fi book, and the synopsis is as follows. A biologist signs up for a dangerous secret expedition where the laws of nature don't apply. That's all we get. and I'm not going to watch anything else. I just want to go into the
You saw that first trailer?
Yes.
Yeah, because that was a good trailer.
And that's all I wanted
It
to
made
see.
my honorable mentions, actually.
It's kind of weird. It has sort of a Ray Bradbury feel.
Yeah.
But I hope with some crazy sci-fi elements, and it's an all-female
Because Ray
cast.
Bradbury was so grounded.
Right. It gets a little weird and wonky, right?
Yeah.
But I'm really excited because this director is just incredible. So, yay, hopefully. It's next month.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's soon. You probably have a screening real soon.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
My number 2 already got stolen because it was Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. And then also my number 2 has already been stolen because my real number 2 has been stolen because we already talked about it. It was Avengers Infinity War. Comes out May 4th.
Really?
I am excited.
Are you that excited?
I am excited to see it.
Please tell me why.
Because, Kent, I love the idea. Because when Avengers first came out and I was going to watch it, I thought to myself, okay, how are they going to do this with all the superheroes in the movie?
Right.
They did a great job. And I was actually really impressed by it. I enjoy the Avengers more than you do. But, yeah. So when I saw this one, and I'm like, okay, this is what they've been building up to. I'm like, they could make it great. It could be a lot of fun, and it could be even well done.
This is the first real event movie we've had because comics always have events.
Yeah.
Avengers was just a team up movie. Avengers 2, they wasted in an event movie. This one has really been building all to this.
And the contracts are
18
ending.
movies.
Like, I feel like this could be
also
something
the next
great.
movie anyway.
Yeah. Well, but they've done filming both of them.
But this
right?
is the big one. I mean, this one has been teased since Avengers 1.
Yeah.
And all those stupid stones.
And with Thanos looking there. So I want to see it. I want it to be good, and I think it could actually be good. So that made my number 2 is and I have been excited for it since we first saw the first Avengers movie.
Those Russo brothers, they know how to make a big production work. Honestly,
Like Godfather type movies.
Exactly, just like the Godfather 2.
Even Civil War was like it's going to be too crowded. Nope, they still did a good job with that.
Yeah, no.
So
Yeah, they got this empty airport and they just fought each other.
and
real
it was
quick.
great.
It was okay. I'm going to give my honorable mentions, and I'd like to give you to give your honorable mentions as well.
Don't boss me around.
Please.
I'm just going to give my number 1.
So, God Particle.
Do we have the same number 1?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Don't go crazy.
I didn't think we would until right now. I went, oh my gosh, we haven't said this.
Okay.
Okay.
So my honorable mentions are God Particle or Cloverfield 3. They haven't really given it a name
the
yet.
Untitled Cloverfield sequel.
And they keep pushing it back like a month or two here and there, but it's a mission in space. A little bit like Life that came out last year.
It's supposed to be like January, February. Where's it at now?
It was February now. I think it's April.
Yeah. Okay.
But the synopsis does feel very much like that sci-fi movie Life that just came out.
Yeah, so I'm worried, and I wish they kind of keep it outside of almost like 10 Cloverfield Lane, where it was its own contained story, and then it brought it together.
But 10 Cloverfield Lane 2 came out of nowhere. Like, no one knew who
The surprise was incredible.
No one knew who's directing it. No one knew they're creating it. All of a sudden, it was just there, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah. Also, Mission Impossible 6, which you mentioned, directed by Chris McQuarrie. There's a movie coming out called The Meg, which has Jason Statham versus...
Is that the one, the Family Guy movie?
No, what?
No, it was Meg Ryan.
Jason Statham versus a megalodon. It is
What?
Jason Statham versus a 70-foot shark.
No.
And this movie, directed by John Turteltaub, who did National Treasure.
Oh, I thought you said John Travolta for a
No,
second.
no.
That would've been great.
Adim Dazelle is also in this movie. But The Meg, I cannot wait to see this stupid shark movie with a big budget and Jason Statham fighting it. I can't wait. I don't know
That
why.
doesn't even make sense, Jason. Yeah.
Does it have to? Also, Hold the Dark, which is one of my indie choices. It's directed by Jeremy Saulnier, who did Blue Ruin and Green Room. Mm-hmm. So he's a very brutal director. But this one is actually, it's a crime thriller, a lot like Wind River. And it's kind of a mystery, and I can't wait to see it because this guy's eye is just fantastic.
Okay.
And the last one is called The Outlaw King. It's about Robert the Bruce, directed by David Mackenzie, who did Hell or High Water.
Robert
starring
the
Chris
Bruce?
Pine.
Isn't that the Scottish guy?
Yeah, Robert the Bruce. He's the guy that...
In Braveheart, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's his movie.
Interesting.
Traitor. Robert the Bruce is a traitor.
But it's a movie about him and Chris Pine stars. So because of David Mackenzie, that is why I want to see this movie.
What are your thoughts on Chris Pine?
I like him now.
Why?
Hell or High Water and Wonder Woman really turned me.
On.
Family friendly.
No, I was saying on. Are we going to do this now on the air?
What are your honorable mentions, Joel?
Let me jump down to him.
But what about when you see A Wrinkle in Time, the trailer, and you're like,
Meh, from visionary director.
My honorable
made
mentions
commercials.
are Solo, A Star Wars Story. I did put it on there. Sicario 2, Soldado, Untitled Deadpool sequel, Winchester, and
Hold on. Deadpool 2?
It was the first one was fun.
It's getting so dirty.
Dude, I have
It's like
Vin Angel
American
and Clear Play.
Reunion at this point. Like, who cares?
I have Vin Angel and Clear Play.
Yeah, you also have 30 minutes of a movie.
It doesn't cut it down that much.
You really want to see Deadpool 2? I'd rather...
Yeah.
It's one of the movies I don't care.
It was more because
about.
I had a laughing good time the first time, but like, and we both we discussed this. Yeah, it's a one-time view because afterwards you're like, it's a generic superhero movie just with like different type of humor.
Yeah, self-referential humor.
Yeah, which that was kind of funny. So I'm like, I'm looking forward to it. It made honorable mentions. It's not very high on the list.
Yeah,
yeah. I wonder, do we really not have the same
Is
number
that all done with your honorable mentions?
Yeah, I'm all done.
I think we might have the same number one.
Okay, on the count of three.
Are you gonna do a joke one?
No,
it's Show Dogs. Is it Show Dogs?
He's totally making
3,
a joke.
2, 1.
50 Shades Freed.
I knew it. I knew it. You love that series.
Ready Player One. Yeah?
Yeah.
We have the same number one.
We're not going to boot fingers anymore. We're going to give a high five.
Oh, thank heaven.
Synopsis: when the creator of a virtual reality world called the Oasis dies, he releases a video in which he challenges all Oasis users to find his Easter egg, which will give his finder the fortune.
Wade
chewing
Watts.
Cookies. Wade Watts finds the first clue and starts the race for the egg. Wow, I got a little muddle near the end there.
Sorry.
But it's
Kent, your number one movie is a Steven Spielberg.
Isn't it weird?
Not only that, it's a nostalgia fest, which I did not think Kent was going to pick for his number one.
It's true.
Have you read the book?
I have.
Because
Big fan.
Like, you know how I said everyone's been recommending the Goldbergs to me back
Yeah.
when we were talking about that, 6 years ago at the beginning of this episode. But
That's about right.
feels so long. But this one, everyone keeps telling me you need to read this book, Joel. You will love this book, and it's the next one on my list to read. I just got to get through this one I'm in.
Yeah, my only worry here is because the book is really inventive because you use your imagination and it's all about the 80s. Right?
Well, it's set in the future.
Yes.
And everyone is nostalgic for the 80s, and they have this virtual world where there's like DeLoreans driving around.
Every clue is about the 80s, whereas I feel this movie, maybe they couldn't get all the 80s right. So this movie is now about 80s and 90s and maybe 2000s
But Steven
nostalgia.
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
He is the 80s.
It's true, but I feel like he's going
70s.
like you saw Iron Giant. That was 1999.
Right.
There's a lot of orcs as well, and that's more like Warcraft sort of thing. And so I feel like this is just going to play on media. There's Overwatch players as well.
Yeah, I saw the Overwatch.
And I
players.
feel like it's just going to be like, hey, do you guys like popular media? This is kind of my problem with the movie. It's not going to like stay in.
This is the
stay in
problem
its
for his
lane.
number one
It's
most
your number
anticipated
one.
movie.
No, okay. Here's the thing. It's my number one.
Here's the issue with my pick.
And that's true. I'm just as worried about this one as I am excited because I was like, how can you make this into a film? Because it's this really dynamic
I agree.
story. And visually, you know what? I don't think people are going to like the CG very much. And the main characters are CG.
Yeah.
Like most of the
Because
time.
they're in the virtual world.
Yeah.
Well, here's your trouble with it, generally, Ken. And I think this is why it's not going to end up being great for you, right? Is because first, Spielberg's lost his edge for you, right?
At times.
He hasn't made anything very, very edgy or gritty.
In 2011, he made a good movie.
What was that?
Tintin.
Tintin.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Which
Tintin.
was
Still
only...
can't believe you like that one
I
so much.
love Tintin.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But it is probably the last thing. Yeah, right? I mean, he hasn't done a lot. And I mean, and you saw The Post, which was like visiting a nursing home and watching people reenact things, right? I mean, that crap was boring.
Well done, sir.
And
It's going to get so much Oscar buzz, though.
it is, and not
Power of the journalism.
not deservedly, honestly.
So, Joel, why do you want to see this one so much, even though you haven't seen or read the subject matter?
Well, okay, so first of all, the nostalgia is a big draw for me.
Yeah.
But also just the concept was kind of, as I heard kind of the gist of the story, because I don't want too many spoilers.
Yeah.
But as I heard the gist of the story, I went, okay, this seems like something I could really be into.
And it's a scavenger hunt. This whole movie is a scavenger hunt in a virtual world.
This guy who created this amazing virtual world is dying, and he says, hey, whoever finds this Easter egg gets everything.
Here's the thing about the book, though. Like, some of the puzzles in the book are literal Atari games that this player has to jump into. Like, we're talking lines. Like,
So it's pixels.
Stop that. But yes, it kind of is.
Right.
Whereas I don't think they're going to keep it true to that because the audience won't know anything about that.
They're going to have a VR release with this, aren't they? They're going to have to.
They're going to have to.
That'd
Yeah.
be awesome.
But I mean, look, the trailer, like
I
the
can't believe you
CG.
picked the same one.
I mean, look, the trailer of seeing
can't
the
you make me so
DeLorean
happy?
in a car chase is awesome.
Yeah.
Playing Rush in the trailer is a brilliant move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because all those nerds
Yeah.
that are smelly in their dark basements and their bacon caves,
Yep.
that Rush is a perfect band for them.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this. Also, Olivia Cook, Ty Sheridan, your boy Mark Rylance, and then, of course, Ben Mendelsohn plays the villain in this movie. Ben Mendelsohn, who is Krennic in
was gonna
Rogue
say.
One.
Yeah.
He's a villain in everything.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, there we go. So we picked the same number one movie. I did
We
not
did
anticipate
it.
that. I thought you were gonna just bash on that movie, being like, nostalgia,
No,
blah blah blah.
I bet I walk out saying it's a B or B minus.
Yeah.
And that's
Still
your number
excited.
one.
I'm still very excited for it.
I love Ken. He's like, here's the movie I'm most excited for. It's going to be a B, and here's all the problems with it.
It's true. I mean, it's just fears, right? I want this to be incredibly dynamic. I want Spielberg to be back, but I'm worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great if it was the new Jurassic Park or something. But
Yeah. Oh, and then we haven't even mentioned Jurassic World 2, which comes out this year.
we didn't.
We'll leave it there.
So there you go. There's our picks. There's our predictions. We encourage you to listen to this episode at the beginning of next year so you can see how right we were.
Or wrong.
put it in your
Right.
calendar.
Yes, exactly. Put
It may
in your
take a
calendar
year
right
to listen
now.
to this episode.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter, or you can find me performing with Quickwits. They perform every Saturday night at the Midville Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter or Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
You can find me on Twitter at Jacob A. Rogers and Baconsale on Twitter at Baconsale. Go find Baconsale on Facebook as well. And go to baconsale.com if you want to go there. And go to our store, which is what, Joel?
tpublic.com/Baconsale.
He's really good at it, man.
And until next time, I'm using my psychic powers, and I predict this episode is about to end. John Cena!
Chewing cookies, chewing cookies.
Chewing cookies, chewing cookies.
Chewing cookies, chewing cookies. You milking that thing you do. We're raw and we're real.
I was trying to be a ghost.
Are you Gemini?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains so much.
It really should. Ew. It's disgusting.
That's just full of euphemisms.
Sorry, Jake. He has built-in jokes.
All right.
It's okay. We're still shaking off the dust. Getting back in the swing of Baconsale. Cats! Hey!
That's it. Zombies are in. The real Betty White is a dirty, dirty woman.
You hear this giant TV? Only has one channel, and it's the CW. You can finally get what you want, Kent. Dead Marvel.
Excellent. Yes. Look at him die.
Men love cats, too.
There's
like the
this
clown?
demon. There's this woman in a painting that has a stretched face.
Oh, yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker for a little bit. We
That's-
booped fingers. Yeah, we did.
That's the weirdest thing you've ever done.
I don't like your tone, sir. Shut up, Alexa. I mean, who likes Roseanne Barr at this time? Nobody.
Besides Scott Bakula.
What's going on?
Family friendly.
Seriously. Jacob, clean up your act.
With the power of Scott
man.
Bakula.
No, he's so proper and nice.
Touch fingers.
Oh, there we go.
Wild card. They could.
They could.
I don't know. They
Yeah.
couldn't. Sarah Jessica Parker, you don't need to come back. Just stay down there wherever you are.
He looks like a really strong older woman.
Frozen Grams, Cinderellos, and Fiber Moana. Jake, I'm the comedian. He's the critic. What do you do on the show again?
I'm a cynic. Do you want to do a finger poop with him?
No.
Now you will die. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, go.
Chewing cookies, chewing cookies, chewing cookies.
Boop.